Morning, how you guys doing today? So out early walking the dog. It's actually, the air is pretty terrible here in the Bay Area the last couple of days because of the fires. First up, thanks to all the firefighters and first responders and everybody going out there to help. Much respect. I love everything you guys do. In today's post, though, what sort of bothering me is, this whole notion of the rat race, right? I've heard about it. You sort of talk about it, right? We're all part of it. I think it's just time that we all admit that the rat race is real. And the good news is, because it's a race, or whatever you want to call it, a game or whatever, there are rules, right? There are winners and losers, if you will. So I thought we would just sort of have an honest discussion about how to get out of the rat race, right? So first, the rat race is fostered because we have income and we have expenses, right? And the whole notion is you're in the rat race when your active income, your W-2, 1099, whatever that is, just covers your monthly expenses. So you have really two choices in the game of the rat race. You either dramatically increase your income, or you can dramatically decrease your expenses, or a combination of both, right? Let's just be honest. Right, and the other thing that's interesting about the rat race is it's often easier to get out of the rat race when your income is, not when it's low, but when it's lower than maybe, a doctor or a lawyer or something of that nature. Because what often happens when you have one of those very high-paying jobs is your extras in life just add to expenses. And the hardest part about getting out of the rat race is getting that income, that passive income, the income that you have to work, that you don't have to work for, to exceed your monthly expenses. And when you have a high income job, you unwittingly get the nicer cars, you live in a nicer area, you go to private schools, you do all these things, and it's just tough. So that's the first thing. Don't think high income from a job is the key to getting out of this. It's absolutely not. So second, it's about the expenses, people. The ability to lower your expenses or keep your expenses low as your income rises, that's the key, right? Sacrifice. There's a game out there by Rich Dad called Cash Flow. And, he correctly calls these things doodads. And, when you land on that spot, you get these doodads, and they can range from, taking somebody out for coffee to a new TV, and you can just see these expenses just eating away, right? So the key to getting out of the rat race is, in my opinion, do what you can to increase your income. But it's really about being focused on reducing expenses, and then taking the extras and buying assets that start to produce income when you're not working. The one obviously I've chosen is real estate. There are some others. But the whole key is you got to focus on buying assets with this extras. And, that's what we often miss is people just, they sort of get to the end of the month, the bank balance is near zero. And the key here is it doesn't matter what your income is. I know people that make $500,000 a year that are living paycheck to paycheck. That's just unacceptable, right? All of us can get out of this game. We just have to realize we're maybe unwittingly a part of it. And it's on us to sacrifice. And again, it can take time. It took us 15 years. But I can tell you the rewards far exceed, the cost. And your life really isn't that much different. Keeping a car 2 or 3 years longer, staying in a house versus upgrading. It's okay, right? You're not miserable. We were very happy even though we sacrificed and did almost nothing for 15 years. So again, if you want to get out of the rat race, understand it's a game. Look at the rules. They're really only two things: income and expenses. And then once you have some extras, go buy some assets. So I don't know. I just wanted to sort of get that off my chest. Also, once again, thank the firefighters and first responders for all their hard work. I can't imagine the number of hours they've put in and all the lives they've saved and all of that. So in the end, have a great day. Take care.